Following is a production of Watlington Shires and Pierce Productions. Welcome to the Wright Chrysler Dodge Ram pregame show. Just like the big game, you have to be prepared. And the same holds true when it comes to buying your next vehicle. So be prepared by going to WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com. That way you're ready to go when you hit the lot. Now it's time for us to get you ready for the big game. The Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram pregame show starts now.
Alrighty, folks. Well, good afternoon. We're ready to go here in Joaquin, as it is time now for the ball game here. Getting started a few minutes early against these two great teams. We're going to talk a little bit about how these two teams are coming together here, but ready to go for first hit here is Grigsby, and the center fielder here. She is swinging and missing at the first one there, so 0-1 to her. Pitcher is Oswald for the Joaquin Lady Rams here today. So we'll get to going around the horn here just as a bit as we. Couple minutes here ahead of the start, but that's okay. Ready to go. Here's the pitch from Oswald. Grigsby going to send it out there, and it'll go out into right field. It'll get past the right fielder, Bonner, and get all the way to the field. Grigsby is on her horse and is now headed over to third, and they're going to go ahead and send her. Here comes the throw, and it's going to be a play at the plate, but it's going to be safe as she will be around of the horn, and Grigsby takes the opening pitch and sends it into a right field, and gets the. That's got to be the inside the park home run here. So 1-0 to start off here. A couple pitches for the Lady Bears as they get it rolling. 1-0 Grigsby sends that one out there. Like I said, got underneath Bonner. Headed out into right field all the way to the fence. And Grigsby not slowing down. Takes it all the way around to the bases and comes in to score 1-0. And here's Cruz at the plate. First pitch to her outside, 1-0. So Cruz standing in here, ready to go. Oswald, 0-1 to her. Outside, it's now 2-0. So I guess we're going to go with the single, actually. And it was the error that brought her around. So that's how it's going to go here for the 1-0 score. There's a high fly ball, and it's going to get out into right center field. Bonner going back there. He gets past her into the gap and cutting down into the field there and all the way into third. Here comes the throw in, and she's going to be safe coming in. There's a ball. Got down and away, and a nice job there by Cruz. Goes in head first as that one headed out there and got all the way to the fence. And it is a triple here for Cruz. So the Lady Bears getting a couple hits here. And now turn into make it a quick 2-0 ball game. As coming to the plate will be Stewart. Stewart coming up. And Oswald delivers. High outside, ball one. Now, when I checked in on it earlier this week, it was Timpson at number 11, and it was Joaquin at number 21, I believe is what it was when I checked the last time. So these two teams, big in the top 25 here. It's a big game here between these two. Right down there to the third baseline. High throw over from third. That's going to be Pritchett to Cater, and it's going to get away, and it's going to be over to second on the error, and another run comes in. It will be 2-0 Timpson here on a couple of errors by the Lady Rams. So a high throw is a hot shot there in the hot corner. And Stewart, this is a single, reaches second. That's the error, second error. This one by the third baseman. All right, so that'll bring the catcher Ham to the plates. Runner over at second. Ham coming up here. Coach Mann goes out and has a chat with his team, getting everybody settled back in here, ready to go. A lot of sunshine here this afternoon. Beautiful afternoon as we're starting the thing off here. A lot of softball and baseball action up and down the lineup here on NETSN. Here comes a throw down to third where they get her. And oh, it was a great throw there by Wilson, but it just off the mark. It looked like it got out of the glove of Anglin, and a good steal getting into third there is Stewart. Yeah, that was a good play. As it's a 1-0 count here at the plate. So that was a good throw there by the catcher Wilson. Just got out of England's glove there. So moves the runner now over to third. That's in there for a strike. 1-1. So 1-1 now the count. As Ham right back in. Runner over at third. That is Stewart reaching on an error. High fly ball, heads up, everybody. Coming down in behind us. And 1-2. So 1-2 looking for that first out here. After a couple of runs already coming in. Oswalt's facing the catcher Ham here for the Timpson Lady Bears. Covered these two teams earlier in the year. Low outside, and that's 2-2. And Joaquin came in, and the Timpson Lady Bears have been really rolling right along there, got into the district. And Joaquin was able to get a big win over them in Timpson there. And the Lady Bears lost a few games after that, but have since bounced back here. The Joaquin Rams, Lady Rams have just been steadily rolling on since then. And both these teams playing very, very well here in their districts. A couple weeks left to go. Every game is important, especially this one now. 2-2 now to Ham. She steps right back in. Got a runner over at third. Oswaltz gets her swinging at that one. Tried to hold up her swing and couldn't do it. That's out number one. That's a big out there and a strikeout for Oswaltz. She needed that one. One out. Runner over at third now for Lady Bears. To the plate comes the first baseman, Foster. She'll step up here. One thing I can say, though, is a beautiful day. Going to get some sunshine on these legs. Huh? There we go. Here we go. The pitch to Foster, high outside. Ball one to her. And even though we are the very early game out here, the good folks of Joaquin do have the concession stands open if you're ready to come on out here. 1-0 to Foster. Up high outside, 2-0 to the lefty. Was out here the other night for the Joaquin Gary game, a little chilly night. And in the restroom every now and then warming my hands, and now we're out here in shorts, sweating it up. Love it. 2-0 to Foster. Just missing outside, 3-0. Let's get that in there. There we go. Now we got it right. Okay. So 3-0 to her. Norris will be on deck for the Lady Bears. Coach Brewster trying to get that win back after a tough loss to these Lady Rams at their house earlier in the year. That's ball four. Runners on the corners now for the Lady Bears. Coming to the plate will be the left fielder, Norris. And with one out, Coach McMahon going to call another timeout here and come out and have a meeting in the circle. And I know my good friend Chris Watlington asked me to get something in there today, and I don't know if we did that right or not. So we're going to say the White Cottage Mercantile down there in the center. I tell you, that's a great place to go do some shopping. They got local honey. They got a lot of local fairs down there. So go down there and check them out at White Cottage Mercantile in center. Great place to do some shopping, wedding gifts, Christmas gifts, birthday gifts. You're going to find it all there. White Cottage Mercantile in center, bringing us to ball games here today. All right, in case you're just joining us, it was Grigsby. Started off with a single, went into right field, got underneath Bonner's glove, went out to the right field fence, and then Grigsby was on her horse. She went all the way around the bases, comes in inside the park home run, 1-0. Cruz steps up, hits a triple. Stewart brings her in with an error, and get a strikeout and a base on balls is where we are here. Norris steps up to the plate with the runners on the corners for the Bears. They lead it 2-0. Steerack 1 to her. Good pitch there from Oswald. Brewster having a chat with Stewart down third baseline. Norris 0-1 stands in. Oswald delivers. That's a shot. It's going to be right there at Anglin. Anglin going to throw it back over to first. They're going to get the double play. Nice job, Anglin. She checked her back over at third. And a nice play there by England there at the shortstop. Gets the double play. And that'll do it here in the inning for the Lady Bears. They do bring a couple across, though, on a couple of hits. They'll leave one on the base pads and a couple of errors there for the Lady Rams. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning. England, Malcolm, and Oswald coming to the plate when we come back right here on NETSN.
Hope Community Medicine is a nonprofit faith initiative with the primary mission of providing quality health care to the people of East Texas, regardless of race, religion, socioeconomic status, or ability to pay. At Hope Community Medicine, they want to be the leading Deep East Texas care provider, recognized for their outstanding patient care, innovative technologies, programs, and medicines, as well as a highly motivated and distinguished staff. Hope Community Medicine, founded in faith, focused on family.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with Best of Nacogdoches and Best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Center has the new and used vehicles that you're looking for. If your vehicle needs service, stop by WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com and get your service appointment, and also shop online. Then come on down and let the guys make a great deal for you. And our knowledgeable staff will not let you leave without knowing everything about your new or used vehicle. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram supports all the students of the Piney Woods.
Alrighty, folks, we are back here ready to go for the bottom half. Oh, here, let's do this. That might help us out a little bit. Ready to go for the bottom half of the first inning. England, Balcom, and Oswald will be the first up here for Coach McCann's squad. Going around the horn for the Lady Bears, it is Ham and Ham. Ham in the circle, Ham behind the dish. Foster at first, Ford at second, Stewart at short, Cruz at third, Norris in left, Grigsby center, Bilyeu, I believe I'm saying that right, is in right field here for Coach Brewster and the Lady Bears. So here we go as England, the shortstop, made a great play there. Shortstop steps up here, ready to go. First pitch on the way from, that's in there for a strike from Ham. And Steve Reich 1-2. So England right in 0-1, Ham ready to go. Here's the pitch. That's low, 1-1. So 1-1 count to her. That's low on the inside. It'll go 2-1. So the 2-1 count on the way. Ham delivers. Low, and it's now 3-1. So England looking to get on here, see if they can get back one or two of those runs here. That's a high fly ball out into a center field. Grigsby going to go back, and that's going to get over her head and right to the fence. England heads up and stands in, and she'll be in with a stand-up double here for the Lady Rams. So the Rams will get started here with a double. And runner scoring position here for the second baseman, Balcom, coming to the plate. Get a hold of that one was England sending up there. And the wind blowing from west to east, not a whole lot, but it is a little bit breezy, but it I don't think it should have affected that one. That was a good pitch right there. Steve Reich 1. Little bit of a breeze here today. So Malcolm taking that one. It's now 0-2, much to the dismay of the Ram crowd. Oswald, the pitcher, will be on deck. England standing over there at second as the Lady Rams are trying to answer back a little bit here. That's out in front. That's ball 1-2. So that 1-2 count. Ham delivers. Just high outside and 2-2. atmosphere sound. There we go. That's low. Runs the count full. 3-2. Early game here. They moved it up to about 4 o'clock. All kinds of games going on all over the Piney Woods area, but still a good little crowd here. That's a high fly ball. Going to get out into center field. Maybe shallow. Grigsby running up there and right off the dirt. Can't get there. And Anglin now had to wait up there, as it was a good try there by Grigsby coming up in center field, and it was just off the dirt up there high enough. Not maybe that Ford might have been able to get there, but calling her off there was Grigsby, and it falls for the single. So back-to-back hits now. Runners on the corners here for the Lady Bears. Still no outs. Sorry, Lady Rams. Here comes Oswald coming to the plate, trying to help her own cause. With runners on the corners and no outs. She'll step up here, ready to go. Pitch from Ham. That's in there for a strike. Going to throw down to second, and they should get her. Nice job and a great play there. Ham to Cruz to get her on the steal. And that'll be the 2-6 for out number 1, Keller stealing. And it is strike 1 to her at the plates. So take a base runner off the base pads here for the Lady Rams. And it's now 1-1. Oh, it's 0-2. Sorry, folks. 0-2. Thank you by Lou setting me straight there with 1 out so far. That's low on the outside. Now 2-1. It's 1-2. I got my sheet all messed up. That's a shot there, and it'll get out into left field. Another run going to come in. And the first run's going to come in, get Anglin in here. Then the throw in, that's going to get away. And Oswald is now going to take off and go to second on the throw in. So the run does come in now to make it a 2-1 ball game. And Oswald gets the single, the RBI single. She'll move over to second on the throw in. So runner now in scoring position here is just now 2-1 into the bottom of the first. 1 out. So Oswald does her job helping herself here. Wilson stepping to the plate to catch her, see if she can bring her around. So the catcher Wilson. They're going to be the intentional walk. So now runners will be at first and second here, and going to get a pinch runner here for Wilson coming to the plate. See who that pinch runner is out there. I believe that's Hughes. We'll see for sure. So coming to the plate is Pitchett with runners now at first and second here. 1 out, and it's now a 2-1 ball game. And Pritchett stands in the third baseman. That's low from Ham for ball number 1. So only 1 out. 2-1 ball game, bottom of the first. Runners at first and second here for the Lady Rams. Pritchett at the plate. She's the third baseman. Cater, first baseman on deck. Ham delivers. That's going to be a runner there. Just short. Cruz going to get her there at the second for the force out. So the force out is good. So 6-4 for round number 2. Over to third goes Oswald. Pritchett reaches on the fielder's choice. Runners on the corners here. 2 outs. So now with 2 outs coming to the plate is going to be Cater, the first baseman. And it's a 2-1 game. So the first baseman, Cater, coming up. Runners on the corners. Oswald at third, Pritchett at first. Cater in, Ham ready to go. High fly ball left side out of play. Long strike 0-1. Fuller will be on deck here if Cater can reach. She steps back in after the foul ball. Ham. Whoa! That'll get a wild pitch. We'll send the runner over to a second. Now runners in scoring position is second and third for the Lady Rams. All right, so it's a 1-1 count here. Now 2-1. So Ham behind the dish, get a little dirt in the eye. She's gonna be okay. So Pritchett at second, Oswald at third. Cater sends this one high on the infield here, coming in from third to come up on it. Oh, nice job. Had to reach back there for it. Is Cruz. She'll make the play into foul ground for the third out. But they do get get one run here. They'll leave one on, and they'll be a 2-1 ball game as we go to the second inning. It will be Bill Ham and Ford coming to the plate when we come back right here on NETSN.
If elegance is on your
Wondering
shopping
what the
list,
best thing is
then
to
the
do
place
with
to
your land?
go is lasting
Crossover
impressions.
from dreams
To
to
find them
plan
between
with
Tunnel
Sandy
Highway
Creek
and Highway
Land
96
Enhancement.
on Foster
They help
Street.
you
Bath and
maximize the
Body
land
for
of
him
East
and her.
Texas.
Jewelry.
Take a
And
trail,
the very
turn it into a
finest of home
driveway,
decor.
create beautiful
Perfect
ponds,
for
and
showers.
dirt work of all
Perfect
types.
for yourself. Because
Bush
you
hogging
deserve
and mulching
the
as
best.
well.
The team at
It's
Lasting
Sandy Creek
Impressions
Land
backs
Enhancement.
the Dragons and Lady Dragons. Sandy Cox is a good State Farm agent. Just ask Drake. He knows. State Farm agents in general are pretty cool, but Sandy Cox has the answers to your questions. Like, what's best for me, for my kids, for my business, for my farm? For all of us in Shelby County, those questions can be answered at Sandy Cox State Farm.
Pineywood Sports and NetSN say thank you to our season-long sponsors that proudly bring us Center softball and baseball. Ace Hardware is the place. Center Tire, new ownership, new services, same at Timpson to quality. And Covington Lumber, your third-generation supply store and lumberyard.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here ready to go to the second inning. It will be Bill Ham and Ford coming up to the plate here against Oswalt. Oswalt, through one inning of work, had one strikeout, one base on balls, 18 pitches. Gave up the 2 hits and no 2 runs, and she'll be ready to go here to the number 7 hitter. That's in there for a strike. 0-1 to her to start her off. Oswald delivers. Swing and a miss. It's now 0-2. We'll have a little bit of heat on that one. Bill right back in. 0-2 to her. Trying to get on for the pitcher Ham for the Lady Bears. They're ahead 2-1 right now. And here's the 0-2. Catching the outside edge. D-Rack 3 for the strikeout. Second strikeout of the ball game here for Oswald. Come to the plate will be the pitcher Ham. One out, nobody on. Ham stands in, ready to go. We're going to get a time. Going to get a time violation. Okay, that's the first time I've seen that in 20 years of doing ball games. It's ball 1. The Ham. Now 2-0. I wasn't aware that there was a time limit here in high school softball, but okay, apparently there is. So 2-0 to Ham. Catching the outside edge. Now 2-1. Ford will be on deck here. Ham can reach, one out, nobody on, and Oswalt bringing it. High fly ball out of play. Oh, now we'll make it a 2-2 count. So after the foul ball, 2-2. Oswald bringing it. That's low, making it a full count, 3-2. Good job by him to work the count full. Oswald to the plate. Call, Steerack, 3 on the outside edge. Out number 2. Back-to-back strikeouts for Oswald. So Ford, the second baseman, the number 9 hitter, stands in, 2 outs, nobody on, and Oswald trying to get a 1-2-3 inning here, low outside, ball 1-2. 1-0 to Ford. Low outside, 2-0. So that 2-0 count to her. Trying to get something started here with 2 outs. Ford awaiting the pitch from Oswald. Swinging and a miss now, 2-1. Top of the order will be Grigsby, inside the park homer, to lead off the ball game for the Lady Bears. Stand on deck. Heads up back behind us. Now it's out of play, 2-2. Pitch number 30 right there for Oswald in the ball game. Through her 1 2/3. Looking for a 1-2-3 inning here. Now 2-2 to the hitter Ford. And the pitch on the way, swing and mix, and that will do it. A 1-2-3 strike him out inning here for Oswaltz, and that'll do it here into the 3rd. So we will go to the bottom of the 2nd. Fuller, Bonner, and Webb will be on their way to the plate to face Ham. It's a 2-1 ball game. We'll be back here on a NETSN.
At Shelby Savings Bank, the same thing that's true at the Selma Street location is true at the North Branch. It's where banking meets the smile. They're not just friendly tellers, they're your friendly tellers. And the smile on Manager Janet's face, it's contagious. When you say Shelby Savings Bank is your friendly hometown bank, well, you hit it right on the nose.
Behold, the chicken fried steak sandwich. This particular chicken fried steak sandwich can only be found at Diamond League Cafe in Center, Texas. And it pairs very well with seasoned fries and sweet tea. And if you're lucky, there'll be some of that Nana's banana pudding to go along with it. Get by Diamond League Cafe in Center and see the wonderful folks and all the wonderful menu items for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Dr. Deborah Worsham of Worsham Family Dental supports area athletes, volleyball and otherwise, and treats her patients as she treats her own family. Both adults and young people are invited to come sit in her chair and let the doctor look around a little. Dr. Worsham helps you smile your best smile while you play your best game. You can trust Dr. Deborah Worsham in Joaquin.
All right, welcome back here, folks. Fuller stepping in. She's 0-1, 0-1 at the plate here as she fouls off her first pitch from Ham. And the next pitch is going to be ran out there to third baseman, cutting it off. And a nice play there by Cruz. Goes 5-3 to get Fuller. Here now, number 1. So Bonner comes to the plate, the right fielder. There's Bonner stepping in, low ball 1-2 to start off. Webb will be on deck for the Lady Bears. They made it a 2-1 ball game, 2 runs in the top of the first, 1 in the bottom for the Lady Bears. And 1 out here into the bottom of the 2nd. Bonner stands in. 2-0 to her. So with a 2-0 count, right fielder Watches that one come in low, making it 3-0. So Bonner ahead here now. Ham will deliver. That's low. And Bonner will be on the base on balls. So a runner on here. First base on balls given up by Ham for the afternoon. But a base runner here for Coach McCann and the Lady Rams. So coming to the plate will be the center fielder Webb. Trying to move Bonner around. Here's the pitch. High ball here in the foul ground. Kind of come over for it. Oh, what a great play there. Almost. A little bit of a collision there. As it was caught into foul ground there by third baseman Cruz. Her and Ham almost a little bit of a incident there for out number 2. So top of the order coming up. And Anglin had a double. We'll take strike 1 to her. So Anglin right back in. Scored one of those 2 runs for Lady Rams. That one's going to be ran out there to the second baseman. Second baseman there, as Ford has a little trouble with it, but she'll end up gathering up and getting it over to Stewart to get the forced run there. And that is a 4 to 6 for the third out. So, that'll be there we go.
So we will go to the top of the third inning. It will be Grigsby, Cruz, and Stewart coming to the plate. It's 2-1. Timpson with the lead. We'll be back right here on NETSN.
The following Rough Rider sponsors are proud of our Piney Woods area teams. Bird Forestry, helping industry protect nature. Granny B Snow Cones, the sign that summer is here. The Pizzeria, the taste of a generation. And TNR Steaks and More, all you can eat, all the time. And Ray Jones Chevrolet, let Marlon Ray, Mr. Chevrolet, show you what's on the lot. What do you know about Tammy Steptoe Realty, with the exception of the fact that she's the #1 realtor in the area? Take another look. Red, white, and black. Ever notice some other places are red, white, and black? Ever put that together? Tammy Steptoe Realty, so proud of the Shelbyville Dragons. Where do you go if you're a Bear fan looking for a post-game meal? Easy, Rancho Grande. But what if the game is a Little League practice? Same place. What if it's a special occasion, something you dress up for? In Timpson, it's Rancho Grande. Whether it's familiar menu items or maybe something you want to take a chance on, it's always good. They even have bear sightings at Rancho Grande.
Alrighty, we're back here ready to go for the third inning. Grigsby, Cruz, and Stewart, the first 3 up here against Oswald. Oswald, 31 pitches, 4 strikeouts, 1 base on balls. And she's given up the 2 runs on 2 hits, and her team has 2 errors behind her. Alrighty, so we're going to get a change out there into the field, and it's going to be Stotts. She's going to go in for Bonner out there in right field. So Stotts will be the new right fielder. Grigsby going to take first pitch here from Oswald, and it will be ball 1 to her. Grigsby gets it out there to right field, gets under the right fielder's glove and not into the fence, and Grigsby running the bases quickly and gets the inside the park home run. Now 2-0 to her. Starting off here in the third, her team leads it 2-1. Cruz, third baseman, on deck. Made some great plays in the field already. Trying to get that slap shot on there, and it's fouled back to the screen, 2-1. Two-1 count to Grigsby. Right back in she goes. Oswaltz bringing it on it, back to the screen, runs the count even at 2-2. Big important game right here between these two squads, folks. I mean, this is between two top 25 teams for sure, two rival towns as well. But, district positioning and all that is all on the line here for these ball games here. And that one's going to be low for ball number 3. Full count here to Grigsby. Still, a couple weeks left into the season. Wrapping it up here in the last week of April. And then the weekends in May for the playoffs. High shot out there, straight away center to Webb. And that's out number 1. Grigsby gave it a ride. And that's out number 1. So 1 out. Here comes Cruz to the plate. She had a triple, scored that second run her first time at the plate. Stands up here with 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 3rd. Low on the outside, ball 1 to her. One over to Cruz. That's in there for a strike. Now 1-1. No on, nobody on. 1-1 to her. Cruz stands right back in. Oswald delivers. Sends that one backing out of play. It's now 1-2. 1-2-3 inning, all by way of the strikeout in the second inning for Oswald. After giving up a couple hits and a couple runs there into the first. That one's going to be fouled off as well, 1-2. Those runs unearned. I think both of them were, because both of them were kind of brought in by errors there, looking back on it. It's 1-2 count here to Cruz. Yep. Oswald delivers. Cruz hanging in there, fouling enough for another one. Stewart waiting patiently on deck. She reached on an error. Back in first and actually brought in that second run, so. Here's the 1-2 to Cruz. Swing and miss for the strikeouts. 5 strikeouts on the ball game there, and a nice rise ball coming hardwood is Oswald. So 2 outs. Stewart coming to the plate. Got stranded at third back in the first. 2 outs and nobody on. She'll stand in here. Oswald bringing it high inside, ball 1. One 0 to her. Stewart swinging and a miss. This now 1-1. Ham on deck if Stewart can reach. 1-1 to her. Oswald delivers. Back to the screen, makes it a 1-2 count. So it's 1-2, trying to get out of this inning here with nobody on the pads here. Here comes the 1-2, now 2-2. I get another 1-2-3 inning. Stewart back in. Oswald has the sign she likes. Getting a piece of it, staying alive. Is Stewart. Brewster down third base line, sending instructions. Stewart's trying to get on for a catcher Ham. Oswald checking in with Wilson, has a sign. Here's the pitch. Fouling it away once again. 2-2. So a quick chat down to the third base line for Ham and Brewster down there. And like I said, folks, I want to remind everyone, too, coming up tomorrow, starting at 10 o'clock, 10 to 2 in the downtown squares, Barkerama. Get on down there and check out all the cool stuff that the Shelby County Animal Shelter, Happy Tales Adoption Center has for everybody down there. It'll be good stuff for the animals and all kinds of good things going on. So come on down and check it out at the downtown square tomorrow, starting at 10 o'clock. The Barkerama. All right, so timeout down the third base line now, ready to go. So the conversation over, Coach Brewster and Stewart. 2-2 to her. She comes back to the box, ready to go here. Pitch on the way. Fouling it off. We'll do her again. Good job here by Stewart. Pitch number 8 of the at-bat coming up here. Count remains 2-2. And one again. Trying to straighten it out. 2-out thing going on here for the Lady Bears. They lead it 2-1 here in the top of the third. And back in, 2-2 to her from Oswald. That's a little runner there, going to go out to second. Balcom comes up and she'll make the play, just barely does. And it'll be 4-3 for the third out. 1-3 inning here for the Lady Bears. As we go to the bottom of the third, Balcom, Oswald, and Wilson coming to the plate when we come back right here on NETSN.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the Pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Joaquin Tire in Joaquin, Texas. Family owned and operated with new and used tires, general mechanics, and road services. Jesse and his team is proud to serve the community with car, truck, and commercial and ag vehicle tires. They're located in Joaquin at the 84 and Highway 7 split. Call the shop today to make an appointment at 936-269-9516. That's 936-269-9516. Joaquin Tire is a proud sponsor of Game of the Week. Stop in and see them today for all of your new and used tire needs.
Folks, welcome back here as we go to the bottom of the third inning. First pitch outside. Ball one, Balcom. She's 1 for 1, had a single back into the first. 31 pitches now for Ham on of the afternoon. 1-0 to her. High fly ball, going to go out into a left center field. Backing up on there in Grigsby, and Grigsby will settle up under it and make the play. And that's out, number 1. Gave it a ride. Here comes Oswald to the plate. She's 1 for 1, had a single, got stranded at third back into the first inning. So the pitcher got that single, though, to get the RBI in to make it a 2-1 ball game. See if she can come up here, help her cause. Takes that one low on the inside, and it's ball 1 to her. Swing and a miss, down 1-1. Wilson will be on deck. That's called a strike there, 1-2. Wilson received the intentional walk her last time up. And it's a 1-2 count here to Oswalt at the plate. It's on the way. That's a shot right back up the middle there for Oswalt. It'll get out into center field, and it's a single. Fourth hit of the ball game. For the Lady Rams, 1 out, runner on. Coming to the plate will be Wilson. Like I said, got an intentional walk her first time up. So now Ham will be ready to go. Here's the pitch to her. Low ball 1. Wilson right back in, trying to get on for Pritchett. Oswalt at first. Catching the outside edge, 1-1. So that 1-1 count. Wilson back in here, ready to go. Ham. It's a shot right back up there to a second base. Forward, getting thrown over to second. Over the head there. It's a little too tall for Stewart. Onto the flip. Everybody is safe. As Oswalt goes into second, Wilson in onto the fielder's choice. And now runners at first and second with only 1 out here for the Lady Bears. Coming in to run, number 17. That is Raybon. She'll come in here to run for Wilson. So Raybon in to run, first and second. Coach Brewster going to come out and have a chat with Ham into the circle with runners now at first and second here for Lady Rams into the bottom half of the third. 2-1 ball game. Very, very important game for both of these teams. I'll remind everyone, too, as well, to when you're out and about doing some shopping, hey, got some shopping, got some beautiful days here in East Texas, no matter where you go up and down the Piney Woods in Center, Timpson, Joaquin, Tennahaw, whatever. There's some beautiful shops. Even St. Augustine down there, too. Make sure that you stop by at Center to White Cottage Mercantile. They got some great items there. Hey, local honey. I'm into some local honey, too. So stop in there and see all that great stuff there. It's White Cottage Mercantile in Center, bringing us the softball game here today on NETSN. Here we go. Meeting over. And it is Pritchett. Reached on the fielder's choice. She has runners at first and second. 1 out. Going against Ham. Here's the pitch to her. High fly ball. Shallow. Center field. Grigsby going to come up and have enough time to get underneath that one. And it's out number 2. Ham needed that fly ball out right there. And here comes Cater to the plate. Flying out to Cruz at third in foul ground. Her first time up. So 2 outs. And runners at first and second. Cater comes to the plates. And Ham stands in. Pitch low, ball 1 to her. Ham to Cater. Catching the outside edge, goes 1-1. So the 1-1 count. That's just a little bit high, goes 2-1. Cater right back in. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. So Ham got a couple runners on here. A couple of outs. Trying to get out of this inning and lead the score 2-1. Here's the 2-2 to Cater. Foul ball. So the Lady Rams second baseman trying to straighten one out here, see if she can push another run across, at least move the runners around, keep the inning going here. Fuller will be on deck for the Rams. She steps right back in here, Ham. And her battery made Ham behind the dish. I'm going to get out of this inning. Here's the 2-2. Low outside, runs the count full to Cater. Job at the plate here for Cater. It's a full count. Everybody going to be moving on the pitch right here, so we'll see what's going on. Here we go. Cater right back in. High fly ball out into left field. Norris going to settle up underneath it, and she'll catch it there near the line. And that will do it there for the final out. So 3 fly ball outs here after a hit.
Bring them out, bring them out,
They will
bring
leave
them out,
a couple
bring them
on
out.
here,
It's
and we
hard
will
to
go
yell
to
when the
the
barrel's
4th
in
inning.
your mouth.
Coming up for them will be Ham, Foster, and Norris when we come back right here on NETSN.
These fine following sponsors bring you our coverage of Pineywood sports. Sandy Creek Land Enhancement, helping you make the most of your property. Dr. Deborah Worsham, the local and professional touch. Rancho Grande and Timpson, Shelby County's destination for special events. And First National Bank, a tradition you can trust. And Tammy Steptoe Realty, take the right step to realty. Dr. Deborah Worsham of Worsham Family Dental supports area athletes, volleyball and otherwise, and treats her patients as she treats her own family. Both adults and young people are invited to come sit in her chair and let the doctor look around a little. Dr. Worsham helps you smile your best smile while you play your best game. You can trust Dr. Deborah Worsham in Joaquin.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here ready to go for the 4th inning. Coming up will be Ham, Foster, and Norris. It'll be the first 3 up here against Oswald. Oswald has thrown 52 pitches. She's got 5 strikeouts, 1 base on balls. She's given up the 2 hits, and the 2 runs are unearned. She will be first pitch to Ham. Steerack 1-2-er, 0-1. Ham right in here, the catcher. Taking that one now 0 for 1 at the plate here is Ham as she struck out her first time up. Trying to get something started here for the Lady Bears. They lead at 2-1 here. Into the top of the 4th we go. Ham, Foster, and Norris first 3 against Oswald. Both pitchers a little bit in that first inning, but have settled in quite nicely since. Here we go. High outside, 1-2. Couldn't get Ham to go after that one. 1-2 to Ham. Pitch on the way. Outside, 2-2. So that 2-2 count. Ham steps right back in here. Oswaltz. Oh, hot shot just past Pritchett there at a 3rd and gets down to the line. I mean, it was just there. That's why they called that hot corner. And I mean, Pritchett was right there kind of anticipating it. But he got right past her glove. That's how hot it was past her. So, leadoff single here for the Lady Bears. First hit since the first inning. Here comes Foster to the plate. Reached on a base on balls. Her first time up. So, with a runner on. No outs. Lady Bears. A 2-1 ball game here. Going to get a pinch runner here. Crow's going to come out here. Crow's going to run for Ham. So Crow will be the pinch runner here for Ham out there at first base. You see her there? Okay. So ready to go. Stepping in is going to be Foster, the first baseman. Reached on the base on balls, her first time up. Steps in here with a runner on, no outs. Oswald delivers. Back to the screen, 0-1. That's outside there for Foster, 1-1. So Foster with a 1-1 count. Oswalt's stepping right back in here, ready to go. Got a runner over there first. Here we are in the top of the fourth. 2-1 ball game. Just joined us. Great ball game and pitchers. Kind of a little bit of a rocky start here into this ball game in that first inning, but have since settled in and have been pitching very, very well. A little hit here, a little hit there, a couple base runners, but nothing coming across. And right now, 2-1 to Foster. She steps right back in here for Lady Bears here in the top of the fourth. Oswalt bringing it. Fouls it off on the left side. It's 2-2. Oswald in the circle right now for the Lady Rams. Ham in the circle for the Lady Bears here this afternoon. Very big district game between these two top 25 teams. 2-2 Foster. Here it comes. Call Steve Rectory has a good pitch right there. On the inside edge for the strikeout. That's number 6 for strikeouts for Oswald on the afternoon. 1 out. Norris. Hot shot to the shortstop back in first to in that inning. That's on the outside edge of the strike. That's going to be a throw down here from Wilson, but a steal. And a good job there by Crow running. She's going to steal the base pad, and it says strike 1 to Crow. So runner scoring position now with 1 out. On that one back to the screen. It's now 0-2 to Norris at the plate. So now runner in second place in scoring position here with only 1 out. Billieu will be on deck for Lady Rams. Norris trying to get a hold of one. She's behind Oswalt. 0-2. Here it comes. Swinging and a miss for the strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts here for Oswalt's. It's out number 2. Strikeout number 7 on the afternoon for Oswald. Coming to the plate, Billieu struck out her first time up. Back in the second inning. Oswald delivers. Outside ball 1. So anticipating the bunt coming up the lines here on third is Pritchett. Pitch on the way. Low outside, 2-0. Coach Brewster sending out signs to his runner. That's Crow, pinch runner there at the second. Billieu, 2-0-2er. Low outside, 3-0. Billieu ahead of the count here. And Oswald looking to get out of this inning and leave that runner out there at second. Pitch on the way. Foul tip, and it's 3-1. So the 3-1 count. High fly ball, and that may get out of play. Heads up out there, everybody. And it will. That'll run the count to full 3-2. Just does get over the fence here on the right side and on top of the fans' stands and out of play. Runs the count full. All right, ready for the payoff pitch. And a good job here. Billieu, like I said, worked the count to 3-0, and now a good job by Oswald to get her 3-2. Here comes the payoff pitch on the way. Outside ball 4. Runners now at first and second here for the Lady Bears. First base on ball since the first inning for Oswald. That'll bring Ham, the pitcher, to the plate. Struck out her first time up. Now runners at first and second, trying to help her own cause so she can get some insurance runs here. That's going to be a shot down the third baseline. It'll be foul. Just outside the bag there for foul ball. 0-1 to her. That's in there for a called Steve Rack 2. That's a nice pitch there from Oswald. So 0-2 now. Ford will be on deck if Ham can reach. Got runners at first and second. Pitch on the way here. Just a little bit high, 1-2. So it's a 1-2 count. Back in she goes. Here is Ham. Here's 1-2. Outside 2-2 now. Ham back into the box, ready to go. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swing and miss for the strikeout. And that'll do it here for the Bears in the fourth inning. The eighth strikeout of the ball game for Oswald. So we will go to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Coming up, Fuller, Stotts, and Webb will come to the plate when we come back right here on NETSN.
Father, for lunch today, I would like a salad.
Father, for lunch, I'd like one of those American
no, I couldn't possibly.
cheeseburgers.
I'm a vegetarian.
Cheeseburger. That's what I need.
Father.
Ice cream. Oh, when everyone in your family thinks they're royalty, take them someplace where they could all get something good. Dairy Queen. Where do you go if you're a Bear fan looking for a post-game meal? Easy, Rancho Grande. But what if the game is a Little League practice? Same place. What if it's a special occasion, something you dress up for? In Timpson, it's Rancho Grande. Whether it's familiar menu items or maybe something you want to take a chance on, it's always good. They even have bear sightings at Rancho Grande.
You know that Center Glass can fix your cracked windshield. But for the experts at Center Glass, fixing a windshield is just the beginning. Center Glass can also renovate your bathroom, turn your fixtures and shower into something entirely new and unique to your home.
Alrighty, folks, back here just after the leadoff hitter here is, who's that get over there? I thought that was going to be Stotts. Sorry, folks, this is Stotts coming to plate. That was Fuller. Fuller will reach with the single here, and she'll get on first. So there we go. So Fuller is on here for the Lady Rams. Stotts coming to the plate here, and that's going to be a base hit, as it will be fair as it gets all the way down there to the bounce, to the left side, and bounce around, and Stotts on her way into third. She'll slide in right there, and the ball will come in. She'll be in with a RBI triple to tie the thing up at 2 apiece. So it's now a 2-2 ball game on a big hit right there for Stotts. Comes in, takes the first pitch she sees, and drives it. So that'll tie it here at a 2. And Grigsby going to come up with that one. Stotts going to come in here, and there's going to be a play at the plate, and she is out at the plate, I do believe. Oh, no, they're going to say she is safe. I thought for sure she would be out. There was a great play there on the throw-in. She's out on the long ball, on the fly ball out for out to number 1, but the throw-in is not in time, and it will be now a 3-2 ball game here, and Anglin, the top of the order, will come to the plates. So 1 out. Nobody on. It's now 3-2. Rams with the lead. Okay, here we go. So Brewster now out to have a chat, and to tell you the truth, it was awful close here. I thought maybe the play was close, would be called there for the Bears. But, you know, he's got a little bit closer angle than I do there. It looked like the throw was in time. It looked like everything was there. But the umpire is going to say that she was safe. So with 1 out there on the fly ball, it is now another run comes in here. So that'll be the top of the order. It will be Anglin coming to the plate. Anglin coming up. Anglin 0 for 1 reaching, or 1 for 1 reaching on the fielder's choice. Her 2 times at the plate today. Will step up to the plate now with a nobody on, and it's now 3-2. Rams with the lead. Anglin comes up, ready to go here against Ham. And that's a shot. It's going to get over the shortstop, out and off of Norris's glove into Grigsby's glove. He'll take a turn, but back to first. And goes Anglin. She's got her second hit of the afternoon, third one of the inning here. As the Lady Rams are now taking that first pitch they're seeing and driving them. Here comes Balcom to the plate. She's 1 for 2. So with the run out, the Rams have a runner over at first. That's in there for ball 1 here to Balcom. So now the Lady Rams are taking a lead here on the 3 hits. And the pitch on the way, that's going to get out into a shallow center field, and it will get down. Grigsby there, good to cut it off. And she's going to lose the handle, and now she'll throw it over to third. Runners will advance onto the throw. So the base hit for Balcom. And she'll get to second, and no runners will be now at second and third here onto the throw in. So with 1 out now, Coach Brewster going out and have a chat with his squad once again, as that is the 4th hit of the inning with only 1 out. Runners in scoring position now at second and third here for the Lady Rams. Oswald will come to the plate. She's 2 for 2. Two for 2 at the plate today. So Oswald will now come back to the plate here, and we're ready to go. So 4 hits, and now that brings in the run. The 2 runs, should say, make it a 3-2, and they have runners in score position at second and third. It's ball 1 here to Oswald from Ham to start her off here, as she's definitely looking for that second out. Run right back up the middle there, gets underneath Ham and gets out into center. 1 run comes in. Here comes the long throw, and a good job there by Grigsby. Gets it in. But 1 more run comes in here for the Lady Rams. They will now lead it by a score 4-2. Balcom at third. Oswald gets the single, and she'll end up on second on the run in. So that makes a 4-2 ball game here. Runners stay at second and third. Really. And they're going to go with a 4-pitch walk. Once again, the intentional walk in the middle of my ball game. Sorry, folks, I've got something coming up here. Scoreboard people decide that, hey, we know you're in the middle of your ball game broadcast, but let's go ahead and let's have you re-sign in. Thank you. All right, so here we go. We're going to get the intentional walk once again to Wilson. She's going to get a pinch runner out there. So coming to the plate now is Pritchett. So bases are loaded for the Lady Bears. Crack. First pitch, ball 1 to her. So Pritchett stands in 1-0. Only 1 out. She has a little runner there, and it's going to be the shortstop. Stewart going to come home, and they'll get her at home onto the forced play. Good job there by the shortstop, Stewart. She goes 6-2 for out number 2. Oswald now over to third. Wilson will go over to second. I think that's Raybon out there running for her. So the fielder's choice here for Pritchett. So still runners all over the base paths, but now 2 outs for the Lady Rams. And Ham into the circle, as it will remain a 4-2 ball game. Thought I gave that to them a while ago. Okay, 4-2 ball game. There it is. All right, so coming to the plate now is Cater. She's 0 for 2. Base is still full. Now 2 outs. Ham trying to get out of here without any more damage. Here's the pitch low. And that's going to get behind Ham, and it's low, and it's going to not be. Oh! Trying to throw it there to the pitcher. It's going to catch her on under the chin there, but everybody's good and safe. So coming in is Oswald. She'll come in and score now to make it a 5-2 ball game. Over to third, and Pritchett now over to second. Ball 1 here to Cater out of the plate. Foul ball down the third base line. 1-1 to Cater. So Fuller, who started the inning, is on deck if Cater can get on. Runners now at second and third as it's now 5-2 for the Lady Rams here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Cater stepping right back in. Here's the pitch, the 1-1. That's 1-2. I'm sorry, 2-1. So 2-1 to Cater. High fly ball on the left side. Norris giving chase there and just over the fence there and out of Norris's reach. She gave it a nice try there and a nice reach across the fence down that long line there. But it's going to be out of play. That runs the count even at 2-2 here for Cater at the plate. Runners in scoring position at second and third. She steps back in here. Ham looking to get out of this inning. Here's the 2-2. Now full count, 3-2. So the payoff pitch. Cater stands in. Here we go. And it's foul ball. Staying alive. Ninth hitter to the plate here for the Lady Rams. 5 hits have brought in the 4 runs here into the inning. That's low for ball 4. So the base is full once again. And Fuller, who started everything with a single, will step up to the plate here. 2 outs, base is full for the Lady Rams. Fuller back to the plate. Ham delivers. Ball 1 to her. To Cater. I'm sorry. Nice shot there, and it's hard by Stewart. Makes a good adjustment there on Fuller, sorry. Makes a good adjustment there on Fuller. And she goes in and gets the out of there at a second base on the 6-2. 6-4 for the third out. There we go. All right, so we will go to the 5th inning, and the Lady Bears need to get a couple base runners here, see if they can get a couple of those runs back. Ford, Grigsby, and Cruz come to the plate when we come back right here on NETSN.
These fine following sponsors bring you our coverage of Pineywood sports. Sandy Creek Land Enhancement, helping you make the most of your property. Dr. Deborah Worsham, the local and professional touch. Rancho Grande and Timpson, Shelby County's destination for special events. And First National Bank, a tradition you can trust. And Tammy Steptoe Realty, take the right step to realty.
Joaquin Tire in Joaquin, Texas. Family owned and operated with new and used tires, general mechanics, and road services. Jesse and his team is proud to serve the community with car, truck, and commercial mag vehicle tires. They're located in Joaquin at the 84 and Highway 7 split. Call the shop today to make an appointment at 936-269-9516. That's 936-269-9516. Joaquin Tire is a proud sponsor of Game of the Week. Stop in and see them today for all of your new and used tire needs.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here ready to go for the 5th inning, and it will be the Lady Bears coming to the plate. Ford, Grigsby, and Cruz first three up here against Oswald. Oswald, 8 strikeouts and 4 innings of work. She's thrown 77 pitches, and she's given up the 3 hits, 2 runs unearned. And she will face Ford, number 9 hitter, the second baseman, to start off here. End of the 5th inning, and the Lady Bears need a couple base runners. They now trail it 5-2. Going to the 5th. First of many games here on NETSN tonight. I know Madisonville and Center playing in Center coming up here in just a bit. They may be getting underway actually already. I know we got some games all over East Texas here on NETSN, so keep it here all night on our app too. Don't forget to check out our app and subscribe to our page. Here we go. And I do believe we're going to get a new pitcher out there. This is going to be Balcom. She's going to be the new pitcher. Strike one here, or ball one, I'm sorry, to Ford. High outside. And it'll be 2-0. So 2-0 to her. That's up high inside. It'll go 3-0 to Ford. So Malcolm coming over from second. That's in there for a strike. 3-1 to Ford. Ford taking all the way. And it looks like it was Oswald and Balcom just swapping places. That's high ball 4. So leadoff hitter on here for Lady Rams to start the 5th inning. So stepping in here, ready to go, top of the order, Grigsby, 1 for 2. That's low outside, ball 1 to her. To her, Grigsby right back in. Slaps that one down to left field. And picking it up there in left field is a Fuller. She'll get it in there, but runners at first and second with no outs here for the Lady Bears. So Lady Bears looking to get a run or two back here as they now try to 5-2. As will be Cruz. She's 1 for 2, got a triple, scored a run, and a strikeout. Her 2 times at the plate today. Got runners in second and third, first and second here. Okay. All right, so we got a little bit of get some things ready and right to go here. Okay, Cruz is going to come up here ready to go. So as Cruz stands in, Stewart will be on deck. Here's the pitch to her, swing and a miss. 0-1 to Cruz. So Cruz taking a long look in there for Coach Brewster. Down the third baseline. Getting a sign that they like there. So now Coach Brewster's going to go in and have a chat here with the umpire. It's going to give me a chance to do something here real quick, folks. You're going to lose your camera for moments. And we'll get that back up here. There we go. Running out of battery power there, so we'll let the umpires and the coach have a chat over there. So there we go. So a chance now. Appreciate that, getting everything taken care of. Just kind of worked out there, didn't it? Here we go with the pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-2 to Cruz. So 0-2 to Cruz. New pitcher in there is Malcolm. Outside edge, 1-2. So 1-2 count. Cruz ready to go. Got runners at first and second here with no outs, or with one out now. That's low. 2 and I haven't got any outs here. I don't know whether there's an out on the board out there. Not quite sure where that out it came from. So Cruz is out. Okay. Stewart. 2-1 to her. Now 2-2. Got behind here on my my sheet here, folks. Now I'm right. My apologies. Getting up there working on that camera got me little candy wampus. Now we're ready. Now we're right. Okay, that's it. So Stewart in here with one out. Send that one fouling back to the screen. Stays 2-2. Stewart at the plate. 0 for 1, reaching on an error. 2 times up to date. And 1 out. Sends that one high here on the right side. Coming in there at the second. Nice job. Coming there at second. That's going to be Oswalt. Goes over there. And she'll make the play. Out number 2. So coming to the plate now will be Ham. She'll come up here. She's 1 for 2 at the plate today. Okay, I got that. That's it. There we go. So Ham, stand in, taking strike 1 to her. Here's the pitch, high fly ball out into right center field. Stotts right there. She'll come up and make the play for the final out. And although they do get a hit, so they'll leave a couple there, but no runs come across. It stays a 5-2 ball game. Going to the bottom of the 5th inning, it will be Stotts, Webb, and Anglin coming to the plate when we come back right here on NETSN.
Hope Community Medicine is a nonprofit faith initiative with the primary mission of providing quality health care to the people of East Texas, regardless of race, religion, socioeconomic status, or ability to pay. At Hope Community Medicine, they want to be the leading deep East Texas care provider, recognized for their outstanding patient care, innovative technologies, programs, and medicines, as well as a highly motivated and distinguished staff. Hope Community Medicine, founded in faith, focused on family.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
Behold the chicken fried steak sandwich. This particular chicken fried steak sandwich can only be found at Diamond Big Cafe in Center, Texas. And it pairs very well with seasoned fries and sweet tea. And if you're lucky, there'll be some of that Nana's banana pudding to go along with it. Get by Diamond Bee Cafe in Center and see the wonderful folks and all the wonderful menu items for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
All right, folks, welcome back here as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Lady Ram's going to come up here, and first one up is Stotts. Comes in for Bonner earlier in the ball game, and she'll step up here and send that one foul. 0-1. Ham still in there pitching for the Lady Bears. 66 pitches now. That's low for 1-1. No strikeouts, 1 base on balls, up to 10 hits, 5 runs. 1-1 to her. Stotts right back in. She's going to run that one foul. It's 1-2. Ten hitters to the plates into that last inning for the Lady Rams. Stotts jumping in here, see if she can get it started again here. Into the fifth. Swing and a miss and the strikeout for Stotts. And that's out number one. First strikeout of the afternoon here for Ham, even though she's pitched, pitched a really, really good game. That's her first strikeout of the game here. So 1 out. Here comes Webb to the plate. She's 0 for 2. That's a shot, and it'll get over it and is knocked down there by Stewart. But as far as it'll go there, Stewart not able to wrangle it up. So Webb on. Stewart gave it a good shot there, but go to the top of the order. England coming to the plate now with the runner over at first. 1 out. England, 2 for 2 and a fielder's choice. Sends that one on the right side, and it looks like it will get out of play, and it will for a long strike. 0-1 to her. Single, double, fielder's choice are 3 times at the plate today. Scoring a couple runs is England. And with a runner on, 0-1 to her from Ham. High outside, 1-1. Malcolm, starting off a second, will now be the pitcher, is on deck for Lady Rams. 1-1 to England. That's low. Good job by Ham behind the dish. Keep it in front of her. 2-1. England right back in. Here's the pitch from Ham. Over on the nice job there over at first. There right in front of the dugout is Foster. She's going to come up with the play there and over there at first for out number 2. So here comes Malcolm to the plate. She's 2 for 2, 2 for 3, a couple of singles and a fly ball out her 2 times at the plate today. Oh. Nice try there by Ham. Throws it down, but gets off the top of the glove of the shortstop, trying to get her going to second. Stolen base here by Webb. First one of the day by the Lady Rams. So Malcolm stands in here, ready to go. 1-0 count to her. Ham delivers, sends that over into right field, and a nice job there in right field by Bilyeu. Catches it there on the end of her glove and makes a great play there for her team there and right to end the inning for the 3rd out. That will do it, though. They'll get 1 hit, and they'll leave 1. No runs come in. It's a 5-2 ball game. Going to the 6th, Foster, Norris, and Bilyeu. When we come back, NETSN.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Center has the new and used vehicles that you're looking for. If your vehicle needs service, stop by WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com and get your service appointment, and also shop online. Then come on down and let the guys make a great deal for you. And our knowledgeable staff will not let you leave without knowing everything about your new or used vehicle. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram supports all the students of the Piney Woods.
Dr. Deborah Worsham of Worsham Family Dental supports area athletes, volleyball and otherwise, and treats her patients as she treats her own family. Both adults and young people are invited to come sit in her chair and let the doctor look around a little. Dr. Worsham helps you smile your best smile while you play your best game. You can trust Dr. Deborah Worsham in Joaquin.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here ready to go to the 6th inning. We are. And it's a 5-2 ball game here for the Lady Rams. And we got 5 runs on 11 hits. They left 5, and they've got 2 errors behind them. And here we go. Outside as a ball come in as a new pitcher. Pitched their last inning. Foster in, taking it high. Ball 1 to her. Foster, Norris, and Bilyeu. That's a little runner there. Back to the pitcher. 1-3, out number 1. So here comes Norris to the plate. She's 0 for 2 at the plate today. So with 1 out, nobody on. Norris trying to get something to start here for the Lady Bears. Trailing right now, 5-2. Said 5 runs, 11 hits, 5 left, 2 errors. That's low. Ball 1 to Norris. That's the line for the Lady Rams, and it's 2 runs, 4 hits, 4 left, and no errors for Lady Bears. Foul in the back, 1-1 to Norris at the plate. Norris right back in, 1-1 count to her. Swing and a miss, it's 1-2. Nice rise ball right there from Balcom. So 1-2 to her, standing right in she goes. Here's the pitch. Slow run right there to the shortstop. That is Anglin. She's going to come up and make a good throw. She's going to be safe. Not going to get Norris down the line. And Norris running it quick down the line. She reaches and beats the throw. And so a runner on here for Lady Bears. That slow roller, you got to come up on it and get it quick. Norris is trucking it down the line. Here's Bilyeu come to the plate. She's 0 for 1 with the base on balls. Her 2 times up. Ball 1 to her. So runner at first here is Lady Bears trying to get something going here and into the 6th inning. Out of play. 1-1 to Bilyeu. Ham will be on deck here as Bilyeu trying to move the runner off of first. Norris gets on over there, beating the run, beating the throw. Here's the 1-1. Outside. It's 2-1 to her. So Malcolm coming on with it up high. Here's the throw down, and it's going to be close. Out at second. What a throw down there. Good job there by Wilson as they get it there to the shortstop, Anglin, and they get her out going to second. And has a big out there for the Lady Rams on the 2-6 for out number 2. And it's a 2-1 count here at the plate. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Now it's 2-2. So the runner's out there. Nice job there by Wilson. On to the throw down to Anglin. They get the out. That's up high. Running the count full. 3-2. All right. Full count now. So Bilyeu trying to keep this inning going here and get it on for Ham and Balcom. That one out there to Anglin. Anglin going to come up. Good throw to Cater. 6-3. For the third out. So that'll do it going to the bottom of the 6th. Oswaltz, Wilson, and Pritchett coming to the plates when we come back right here on NETSN.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Sparky D's Bargain Store. Who are we? We're an online auction store on Facebook.
Find our page on Facebook. There you'll find a post for our weekly auction. If you find an item you like, place your bid and you could be a big winner and save yourself lots of money. We're on Facebook only for our weekly auctions. We're located in Center, Texas. Check us out on Facebook at Sparky D's Bargain Store, where we will save you more.
Father, for lunch today, I would like a salad.
Father, for lunch, I'd like one of those
no,
American
I couldn't possibly.
cheeseburgers.
I'm a vegetarian.
Cheeseburger. That's what I need.
Father.
Ice cream. Oh, when everyone in your family thinks they're royalty, take them someplace where they could all get something good. Dairy Queen. Sandy Cox is a good State Farm agent. Just ask Drake. He knows. State Farm agents in general are pretty cool, but Sandy Cox has the answers to your questions. Like, what's best for me, for my kids, for my business, for my farm? For all of us in Shelby County, those questions can be answered at Sandy Cox State Farm.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back here. As we were getting ready to come back, we had a little bit of a player injury, so we wanted to stay away from there and make sure everything's good. And looks like everybody's going to be just fine, thank goodness. Definitely don't want to see anybody get hurt at any time, anywhere here on the field at any time. So it looks like everybody's going to be good. So we're ready to go here to the bottom half of the sixth inning. Oswalt, Wilson, and Pritchett will be the first three up here against Ham, as she steps back in here, and 76 pitches onto the afternoon. One strikeout, one base on balls. She's going up to 11 hits. End of the 5 runs into the ball game. And her team has no errors behind her. So here we go. Ready to go for Oswalt. Stepping up here, she's 3 for 3. 3 singles onto the afternoon for Oswalt. Starting off as the pitcher for the Lady Rams. Now facing Ham here with a 5-2 lead here. High ball 1. One-0. Oswalt ready to go. Ham delivers. Catches the bottom half of the strike zone 1-1. 1-1 count. That's a shot into left field, and it will get down. Norris chases it down into the corner, turning the corner there, and ended up over here to second. On her way to a third, as she will be in there as it's bobbled at third there onto the throw in. And it will be a triple for Oswalt, her 4th hit of the ball game here this afternoon. So with a triple, here comes Wilson to the plate. She's got 2 intentional walks and a fielder's choice. Her 3 times at the plate today. She's got a runner scoring position at third. She'll face Ham here. And the pitch on the way with no outs. Catching the outside edge. T-Rack 1-2 her. So Wilson steps back in with Pritchett on deck. Triple, leadoff triple here by Oswalt. To get a little bit more insurance run here going to that top of the 7th. That's outside 1-1. Wilson back in. There's a shot on the right side, and it'll get out there right to the right fielder. checking in and then coming in here onto the throw and coming in will be Oswalt on the sack fly for the first out. The run comes in, now making it a 6-2 ball game. Here comes Pritchett to the plate. The sacrifice fly clears him off. And it's now 6-2. And it will be Pritchett coming to the plate. She's 0 for 1. A couple fielder's choice for 3 times at the plate today. Step up here with 1 out, nobody on. And now a 4-run lead for the Lady Rams. It's a shot there, and that's a high shot. Oh, it took a crazy bounce right there in front of Stewart, and it ended up bouncing out into left field. That was just a crazy hop and a bounce out there. So we're going to get Pritchett to hit. Second hit of the inning. Here comes Cater to the plate. She's 0 for 3 with a base on ball, so 3 times up. So runner back over at first here for the Lady Rams. On a hot shot there at shortstop. And I mean, it got right under, took a bounce right in front of her, and then it just had some English and bounced weird. I mean, over to the line and then got into left field on her. Here's Cater to the plates. High ball 1. So the first baseman for Lady Rams steps in here, taking that one high outside. It's now 2-0. Fuller on deck for the Lady Rams. Cater. 2-0. Takes that one low. It's 3-0. Cater, her last time at bat, got to 3-0, ended up in a full count, ended up with a base on balls. Let's see what she can do here. Here's the pitch. Steve Wright call, taking all the way 3-1. Over at first is Pritchett. Cater standing in. Fuller on deck. Stotts in the hole for Lady Rams. Here's the 3-1 to her. That's low, ball 4. So runners now at first and second. Second base on ball is given up here by Ham. Coach Brewster's going to go out and have a chat with his pitcher into the circle here with 1 out. Runners will be at first and second. Like Ham's going to go out. We're going to get a pinch runner there over at first. And that's number 5. That's going to be Corman. She'll go over there and run for Cater. So we're going to get a new pitcher coming in here, and that's going to be the 00. That is going to be Foster. She'll come in and pitch. So we'll get that around over here. So Foster. And see if that'll put Ham, probably go over there to first. So we're going to get a, also 5 for 4. That's making sure that that is out there onto the base pads. Yes, that is we just talked about a while ago. So that is Corman. Corman coming in. She will be the pinch runner for Cater, who just got to walk over there. Fuller will be coming to the plate, facing the new pitcher, and we will be right back. I think we got it all together here on NETSN.
The following sponsors back all of our area teams all spring long. They include Batters Law Firm. When your case matters, it's got to be Batters. Hope Medical, providing quality medical care, also provides hope. Portacool, maker of the Apex Series fans for peak cooling. Sandy Cox Insurance, your State Farm good neighbor, supports all the Piney Woods teams. Diamond Bees, for cooking just like home. And Blake Furniture on Selma Street, the best furniture at the best prices. And Farmer State Bank, an institution for over a century.
Already back here ready to go. First pitch, going to be a slow roller there to Cruz going over to the second. It's a low throw. One comes around here from second. She's going to come in to score. Here comes the run coming in. And everybody will advance and everybody will be safe. Pritchett comes in to score. Corman, pinch runner, ends over at a third. Fuller ends the single, and she ends up over to second on the run in. So now runners will be at second and third with 1 out here for the Lady Bears. They bring another run across to now make it a 7-2 ball game. Coming to the plate will be Stotts. She'll step up here, ready to go. So we're going to get a ball call on time as Stotts stands in here. And first pitch, Stotts going to send it out into right field. Right field going to come up on it, get it in. Comes a throw at the plate. And now we're going to be in time. 2 runs come in here for the Lady Rams as Coleman comes in. Fuller comes around, 2 more. Now makes it a 9-2 ball game. Stotts ends up over on first. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So with the 1 out into the inning, Stotts will be over there at first. So the 1 out in the inning for the sacrifice fly. That's where we're going to be. So we got a runner over at first, 1 out. It is now a 9-2 ball game here for the Lady Rams over the Lady Bears. So coming to the plate will be number 6 Webb. She's coming up here. She is 1 for 3 at the plate today. She's facing the pitcher Foster, swing and a miss, 0-1 to her. So 1 out, 0-1 to her. Webb stands right back in. Just outside, 1-1. So the 1-1 count, Foster. The pitcher in here. Trying to get these Lady Rams out of this inning. Swing and a miss now, 1-2. Anglin, top of the order, will be on deck here with only 1 out. And the 4 hits, that's going to be a foul ball hit up about there. Out of play. Stays 1-2. Webb. This whole inning started off with a triple by Oswaltz. Sacrifice fly by Wilson. And then base on balls, a couple hits here. Right into runs, and that one's going to get low, and that's throw down here, but it's going to be away. Stotts able to steal the bag on the second one of the day here, as it's now a 2-2 count at the plate here to Webb. Runner second for the Lady Rams. So back in the 4th, Lady Rams were able to bat around a little bit, bring in some runs on 5 hits. See if they're able to do that. High fly ball here onto the infield. Ham looking for it. And, just off of her glove here behind the dish, and it'll stay 2-2. Nice try there by Ham. She was the one that had a little bit of a something there between the innings. But, she turns to be just fine. 2-2. Foster delivers. That's a shot that's going to get out into center field. Grigsby right there, though, and makes the play in center field. And they'll double her off there at a second. Bonner. So the fly ball out for the 3rd out, or for the 2nd out, and they'll double her out on the 8-6. You don't see that one very often for the 3rd out. So that'll do it here, but they do bring in the runs and make it a 9-2 ball game as we go to the top of the 7th. It will be Ford, Grigsby, and Cruz when we come back right here on a NETSN.
Sandy Cox is a good State Farm agent. Just ask Drake. He knows. State Farm agents in general are pretty cool, but Sandy Cox has the answers to your questions. Like, what's best for me, for my kids, for my business, for my farm? For all of us in Shelby County, those questions can be answered at Sandy Cox State Farm. If elegance is on your
Wondering
shopping
what the
list,
best thing is
then
to
the
do with
place
your
to
land?
go is Lasting
Cross over
Impressions.
from dreams to
You
a
find them
plan
between
with
Tunnel
Sandy
Highway
Creek
and Highway
Land
96
Enhancement.
on Foster
They help
Street.
you
Bath
maximize
and
the
Body
land
for
of
him
East
and her.
Texas.
Jewelry
Take a
and
trail,
the
turn it
very
into a
finest of home
driveway,
decor.
create beautiful
Perfect
ponds,
for
and
showers.
dirt work of all
Perfect
types.
for yourself.
Bush
because you
hogging
deserve
and mulching
the
as
best.
well.
The team at
It's
Lasting
Sandy Creek
Impressions
Land
backs
Enhancement.
the Dragons and Lady Dragons.
Where do you go if you're a Bear fan looking for a post-game meal? Easy, Rancho Grande. But what if the game is a Little League practice? Same place. What if it's a special occasion, something you dress up for? In Timpson, it's Rancho Grande. Whether it's familiar menu items or maybe something you want to take a chance on, it's always good. They even have bear sightings at Rancho Grande.
Alrighty, folks, we're going back here as we go to the top of the 7th inning, and 3 outs away from win here for the Lady Rams as the pitcher Balcom back out there. And first pitch to Ford is fouled away for 0-1 count. 31 pitches on a couple of innings here for Balcom. She's done very well since she's been in there. Only a couple base on balls, no runs, no hits. That's a shot, and it'll be right back up the middle here for the leadoff hitter. And that's Ham, leadoff hitter here. Ham. I had Ford there, sorry. So Ham is on with a single. She'll start it off here for the Lady Bears. So here we go. With no outs and a runner on for Lady Bears. You need all the base runners they can get. Come to the plates. Number 7 will be Ford. She's 0 for 1 with a base on balls. Her 2 times at the plate today. So we're going to get Timmons to run for Ham for Coach Brewster. All right, so runner over at the first here for the Lady Blairs as they try to get something started here. They need all the base runners they can get, trailing by 7 runs. Here's Ford stepping in here, swinging a miss, 0-1 to her. One to Forward. Malcolm gets her swinging at that one on the bunt attempt. It's now 0-2. To Forward. Runner over at first. Here for the Lady Bears. That's a swing and it's for the strikeout. Out number 1. First strikeout here for Balcom. Top of the order is Grigsby coming to the plate. Inside the park home run to start the ball game here for the Lady Bears as they really worked that first inning over and got the 2-1 lead there at the end of that first. Trying to slap one on there. Grigsby swing 0-1 to her. Grigsby 2 for 3 at the plate today. Like I said, that inside the park home run to start off. That's ball 1-1 to her. That 1-1 count. Fly ball here onto the left side and out of play. It'll be a 1-2. That's called Steerack 3 for outs. Number 2, second strikeout of the afternoon here for Balcom. And she gets Grigsby looking. So 2 outs. The Lady Rams are going to get the victory here today as Cruz comes to the plate with 1 on and 2 outs. Lady Bears down to their final out here. Outside, ball 1. All right, folks. Phone showed up there all of a sudden. 1-0. Fouling it back to the screen is Cruz. 1-1 now. Quite sure what that's on. That's in there for a strike. It's now 1-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeouts, and the 3 strikeouts to wrap up the victory here for the Lady Rams. And that will do it as the Rams get a 9-2 victory over the Lady Bears here this afternoon. Good pitching here to wrap it up here for Malcolm. And that's going to do it here. The Lady Rams get the sweep of the Lady Bears here this season. This one 9-2 here this afternoon in Joaquin. We'll be back with our Aurora Concepts postgame show coming up here on NETSN.
Nobody wants to be sick, but at least at Aurora Concepts, being sick is easy. From their spacious waiting room to their experienced and friendly staff, they care about you. They listen to you. They're here for you. From start to finish, that's the experience at Aurora.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the Pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here to wrap this up as the Lady Rams get the victory 9-2 over the Lady Bears of Timpson here this afternoon. And a great game by both teams here. Good pitching, and then we got into the later innings here, into that fourth inning actually, and that's when the Lady Rams were able to gather it up here and get some big hits, and they were battered around and were able to get up 5 hits in that inning and push across a few runs there to open it up a little bit. Then once again here into the 6th, had another big inning right there that had 4 hits to ring in a few more runs. So it could go a couple of different ways here for my player of the game, and I think I'm going to go, and I think I've got a couple of them I could go with here for the Lady Rams, but I think I'm going to go with Oswald as far as hitting goes. She went 3 for 3. She had a couple of runs that came in out there. She did really well. She pitched very, very well as well. So I like what she did out there as well. I kind of like what Stotts did. She came in there, so I like Stotts in there too for a player of the game. So we'll go with a multiple player of the game right there. And for the Lady Bears, our player of the game over there, from Rancho Grande is going to be Grigsby. I like what she did out there. She had that started off here for the Lady Bears. They started rocking it there in that first inning. Had that inside the park home run. So Grigsby, she's going to be my player of the game here. But it comes down to a 9-2 victory for the Lady Rams over the Lady Bears this afternoon. 9 runs on 15 hits, 6 left, and 2 errors for the Lady Rams. And it was 2 runs on 5 hits, 6 left, and 1 error is what I had for the Lady Bears on the afternoon. So that's going to wrap it up here this afternoon for our Aurora Concepts post-game show. Lots of baseball all up and down the NETSN lineup here. Don't forget to get our app, subscribe to our page, and we'll be back for more Piney Woods baseball coming up into the next week. We got a few weeks left before we get ready for the playoffs. Hope your night is awesome and blessed, folks. We're out of here from Joaquin. Have a great night. Bye, everybody.
The proceeding was a presentation of Watlington, Shires, and Pierce Productions. We hope you have an awesome and blessed night. God bless America, God bless our troops, and God bless each and every one of you.